My name is Joshua. I'm one of the guys behind SimWave. Yeah, my friends. So today we just wanted to take you through how you can program electronics. It's fun. So there are different microcontrollers that you can use. There's Raspberry Pi, there's Arduino, but the starting point is the Arduino. It's a very simple microcontroller. You can learn it in one day. Yeah, so I'll just take you through some of the things that you need to know. Yeah, so this is like the thing that connects to the Arduino, that brings power to the Arduino board. Yeah, you can also connect it through this port. Yeah, then what you just need to know is that we have got analog, digital pins, and we have got power pins. So anything to do with power, you find them on this line. It's even indicated to power. And analog, yeah, if you're working with analog sensors, those sensors that will produce a continuous voltage trying to match what you're trying to measure, maybe to the temperature and stuff. Yeah, so for those, you read them using the analog pins. Then for digital, for those sensors that will produce either a 1 or 0 for true or false, or high or low, you just use the digital pins. Yeah, and there are other pins that you can use for other things. Yeah, then mostly you work with, for the power, you mostly work with the ground and the 5 volts, maybe even the reset if you want to reset the microcontroller. And this is more like the main chip, the main processor of the Arduino. Yeah, then we have got a breadboard. For this is used for prototyping, so you just want to do some prototyping to see what you can do. Like, it makes it easy for you to make connections. So if I just come here, so this is how the things are connected on the breadboard. So as you can see, it is connected from here all the way up to here. Okay, and this one is connected all the way from here up to here. So that means if you want to connect something to the positive, if you put the positive, which would be maybe from the 5 volts, you put it here. That means if you would like to connect it to a sensor or something, you should connect it on any of these pins here, not here. This will be negative, and you can't connect this into the negative. You break the circuit. Okay, yeah. So now, guys, coming on these ones that are labeled A, B, C, D, this is how they are connected. Yeah, like this. So it's connected from here up from A to E. Yeah, it doesn't go all the way up to here. This one also starts from here up to here. So this is just more like the other part. What can I say? They just repeat the same thing that's here on the other side to make it easy for connections. Okay, and this is just a LED light, guys. You can even change the color. Change the color to green. Okay. You can even name. Okay. So what I'm using for this task here is Tinkercad. Yeah, circuit design, ground. Yeah, you can also you can download it through Chrome. Yeah, you can use it for prototype. So guys, this is what we'll be working with. This is the simple dead light. So our goal in this project is to make this thing blink. So if I just connect this guy, the cathode, to the negative, and I just connect this guy to here to the positive, which is the anode. Then if I bring in the ground, if I just do this, okay, then I run, I simulate. You see, it's on, guys. You see, it's on. Yeah, so that's how it works. So this is basic electronics. So I'll just clear this guy, just click on it and press on backspace on the computer. Our goal isn't to like continuously light it, but we want to do a blink. So to this thing, we use the ground from here, we connect here, so you can now get the cathode and just put it on any of the pins on the negative pin. Okay, then now I can get this guy and put him on any of this. Okay. For this, you can even, to make them look nice, you can even do something like this. You do this, and you rotate it, like you move it like this, and then you just tap you just like tap, then you can now bring it to any of these. Okay, just to make your circuit look a little bit nicer. Yeah. So then now so since this guy, it's either on or off, so that means it's a digital signal that we'll be working with. So you can use any of these digital pins here. So let's just get 8. Okay, so you get 8. Where can we, how can we do this one? Okay, let's just do this. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, then this guy will do like this, then do like can put him here. Okay, yeah. So this guy will be like the positive. Yeah. So you can even change the color here and make updates here. So and this one you can just change to black. Yeah, you know, and you can make this guy look black, guys. And also this guy, you can make him look red. Okay, yeah, so that means these two guys are connected. And yeah, so what is going to happen, we need to create a program that is going to, once this thing is on, it's automatically producing a negative signal here. Okay, so now we need also to produce a voltage that is going to turn on this guy. So that's what we are going to do. Okay, so now I can just come to the code here. So those, there's also blocks for those who like blocks. You can use this. For those who want code, you can just go to code. Okay, so this is C# or C++, as you can see. Yeah, so guys, let me just delete these guys. Just want to write them from scratch. Yeah, or you can just remove everything. So guys, in here there are basically like 2 main functions. So the setup function is where you initialize everything that you're working with, the pins you're working with and stuff. So guys, like I said, we have setup method. Okay, then we have the loop. Yeah, so in here there are only 2 functions, the setup function and the loop function. Yeah, so what I can do, yeah, so right, say since these functions won't be retaining anything, just the void and setup that. Okay, then now we have got the loop. So the loop is the one that will be continuously running. Yeah, so then we have got the void loop function. Okay, void loop function. Okay, so guys, we need to have one variable here that is going to hold the pin that we're working with. So you create an int. Okay, it will be an integer because you can see the pins are all integer. Yeah, we don't have floats one. So we say what we'll name it as the lead pin. Okay, and that pin is going to be equal to 8. And there are semicolon. Okay, then we come here, guys. This is where we do the setup. Okay, and to initialize a pin, you say pin. There's a function called pin mode. Okay. Pin mode. It takes 2 arguments. The first one is the pin you're working on. The second one is what do you want to do with that pin. So there are 2 things. It's either we can send a signal from our board to our sensor, or we can receive a signal from our sensor, which is this guy, back to our board. So now, since we want to send a signal to our sensor, it's called output. Okay, yeah, and the other one is input, because you're getting something from the sensor and you're sending it to the microcontroller. So here we are saying we're working with the lead underscore pin. Then what we want to do is an output. We want to send a signal. Okay, we add our semicolon, don't forget this. After we do that, we're almost there. So now in here also there are like four main functions that you need to. If you are writing to a digital pin and you use the digital write method, okay, then digital write, you use it to write to the sensor, then to the digital sensor. Then if you want to write to an analog sensor, you say analog write. Okay, so if you want to read, you say digital read. Okay, if it's an analog sensor, you say analog read. Okay, yeah, those are like the main functions for getting started with programming microcontrollers. So digital write, you use it to write to a digital pin. Then digital read, you use to read a signal from the sensor to this guy, and you can use that for anything that you want. Analog, use it to analog write, you use it to write to an analog sensor. Then the analog read, you use it to read a signal from an analog sensor. So sensors, they are digital and analog, because digital sensors, the way they are is like, for them they produce a signal that is either a 1 or a 0, so it is high or low. Then for analog sensors, they produce a continuous voltage. For example, imagine temperature, humidity. Those are like continuous values. So yeah, so those are analog. You use those analog sensors produce such. So you use these analog pins here. Okay, yeah. So guys, so since we in this lab we want to send a signal to a digital pin, we are going to use a digital write. We want to write. It also takes two arguments. The first one is the pin, which is this pin here, one way. That's then the second argument is the what you want to do. We want to make this. We want to send a high voltage signal to this guy. So we say we just say high. So high to send 5 volts to this guy. Low to remove that signal, which is more like on off. That semicolon. Just now do the simulation. You see, we have that. So instead of connecting directly, now the signal is coming directly from the microcontroller. Okay, stop this guy. So now our goal is to blink this guy. Imagine you want to blink something. So the idea is she's going to go on. After some time you switch it off, and after some time you switch it on. So yeah, so now the loop will be doing that. Yeah, so everything will be here. So there's another function here that we can use to create that delay. So now it's called the delay function. Okay, so what does it adds that delay of waiting, that like waiting time. Yeah, like in JavaScript you use set timeout. Yeah, in Python time.sleep to do those things. So now 1000 milliseconds, that would mean 1 second. We want this thing to sleep for 1 second. Okay, then after it sleeps, what do we want? We want to turn it off. Okay, we want to turn it off. We want to turn it off now, because this, so after we add this guy, we now just need to make this guy go low. Okay, after the guy then we just need to do this. Here we say low. Then now we need to add another delay here. Sorry, this one's supposed to be so that, then we add a delay, another delay of 1000. Okay, now when we do that, oh my bad, I used the capital letter. Okay, see, is that simulation? You can even see from the time, like every after a second, they're adding that link. Okay. If I just increase the time maybe because it's running, can't edit. You just need to increase maybe to 3 seconds. See, it's on. After 3 seconds it goes off. Again after 3 seconds it comes on. After 3 seconds it goes off. Okay, so guys, we're done with this lab. If you enjoyed the video, like, share with your friends, and share this page, so that other people can also learn and start programming electronics. Thanks guys, there's a lot you can build. This is like the basics of IoT. I will continue sharing these videos, even with other sensors, humidity sensors, temperature sensors, and other sensors. Cheers guys, and thanks for watching the video.